Fire, fire. Dayton's Ending Music Madness, the finals. It's happening right now, and this is the show where Ohio throws down. Season finale of Season X of Ohio is on fire. I am your host, Daniel Diesel. We're live here at Wright State University, Fairport, Dayton, Ohio. We're in the studios at WSU 106.9 FM, and we got a wonderful night for you prepared. As for the last hour, you've been listening to the finalists and their tracks for this tournament of Dayton's Ending Music Madness 2018. And I got a few interviews lined up for tonight's show. And of course, later on, I'm going to premiere Prince's song, Nothing Compares to You. He was the one that wrote it. And I'm making history, and I'm going to be the first FM radio station in America to play that song. I'm going to make history tonight. So that's coming up later on in the show. I have scheduled interviews here with Isicle. And I got a scheduled interview with Kylene Downs. They'll be on the show tonight. And I'm going to learn about them. And we'll see how they're doing in the tournament. But this night's all about Dayton's Ending Music Madness. As I've been doing this throughout April. At Group A, Group B, Group C. And now tonight we find out who is the best. The absolute best music artist in the state of Ohio. And they will win prizes. Yes, there'll be prizes. If the artist wins this tournament, any artist that wins, they will have a golden flame plaque that I have made. Well, I haven't made. I made a certificate, and I got a golden frame that the certificate will fit in. They will win that. I will mail that out to the winner. Plus, also, they will win a free pizza from Rapid Fire Pizza. As I have some friends that work over at Rapid Fire, they hooked me up, and I will give you that award. So, and what it is with the card? It's a free pizza card, but you gotta buy a pop. That's like $1.99. Once you do that, you just buy the pop, and you get the free pizza. Any size you want, any flavor that you want, any toppings, it's all yours. Also, the other part of the prize is I will donate money to a public college here in the state of Ohio. As each 36 artists, they were assigned to a college this tournament, and if you win this whole thing, that college is going to get a little bit of money from me, Daniel Diesel. And with that, I want to talk about these artists that's in the tournament and the colleges that are being represented by them. So, we got Quiet Mastermind. He's got his song, Monte Carlo. He's representing Zane State College. Then we have Isicle with Sofa. He's representing Lakeland Community College. We have Speaking Sons and their song, Modern Love. They're representing Clark State Community College. Of course, Clark State's not far from here, but here at the campus of Wright State. Picket Fence, his song, Me and My Fam. He's representing Southern State Community College. Terry Douglas Band, his song, Written in the Parking Lot. They're representing Eastern Gateway Community College. That's in between Columbus and Cleveland. Then we have Abertooth Lincoln, their song, Teenage Warehouse. They're representing Air Force Institute of Technology, which is right down the road from here. It's a military base for young people of Ohio. And then we also have Mahira. Their song, Slave the Senses. They're from Cincinnati, and they lucked out because they are representing Cincinnati State Technology and Community College. Then we got Fuzzlord, The Warriors Who Reign. They're representing Hocking College. Then we got Others by No One. In their song, Brand New Remedy, they represent Terra State Community College. We have Kylene Downs, who's going to be here later on tonight. Her song, 6 Years. Her song, and then they're representing University of Toledo. Then we got Charlie Jackson, Heartland Railway, Days of Wine and Roses. They represent Kent State University. It's a big college. And then we have the Typical Johnsons with their song Sleepwalker. They represent a small little college called Owens Community College. So those are the colleges that could win money from me tonight, as I will pledge. And to give you an update on the votes, I can tell you who the top 4 is. That'd be a better way of putting it. Others by No One. They're in the top 4. The Typical Johnsons are in the top 4. Charlie Jackson and the Heartland Railway are in the top 4. And Kylene Downs. In fact, those 4, I would say the top 3 have a tight... There's a tight gap for the lead. And of course, we've had one phone call so far. Yes, you can also call me here in the studio to cast a vote. You can call as often as possible. We got one phone call. She wanted to vote for Kylene Downs. So the phone call for Kylene Downs, that one phone call will combined with what she's gotten so far here at facebook.com/groups/Dayton's Indie Music Madness. And you gotta get up your butt and call. If you want your artist to win, you gotta call me here at 937-775-5555. Once again, that's a real number. I know people have asked me if that's real. It's 937-775-5555. That is a brand real number. That's not, I was about to say it was brand new. It's not brand new. We've had that number since the dark ages. So, yeah, this is a fun little tournament we're doing here. This is the third one I've ever done. And you know what? It's a chip off my shoulder that I'm doing this tournament because I promoted this back in 2016. I couldn't do it, but now I'm doing it. I had to wait a while. So we're getting this out of the way. And the other thing, if you go to facebook.com, the groups/Dayton's Indie Music Madness, you get a look of what the certificate is going to look like for the artist that wins. They have it's like, I'll try to describe for those of you at home that don't know what it looks like, or I got my camera, I can try to beam it. I got like a blue audio wave, like an audio wave logo, like when you listen to music and it goes up and down. I got the Dayton's Indie Music Madness, I got the name of it in front of the blue sound wave thing, and then 2018 Champion, presented to the best music artist and track in the state of Ohio, awarded on April 25, 2018. And here it is. Whoever wins, I will be mailing this out. I will put the artist's name in their track on the certificate. So this is almost like a placeholder for what the certificate would look like. I'm just going to put the name and artist. And they will get it, and they'll also get that free pizza card. I'm going to mail it out to them. They got to tell me where they mail it to, or we can meet someplace and I give it to them there so we can meet up in person and make it official there. So it's going to be awesome. It'll be an awesome experience as we have, I would say about half the artists was really excited to be in this tournament. I mean, they were all happy to be in the tournament. There was about 6 that were a little bit gung-ho on voting. They put the word out there to see if they can get some votes. And there's a few, and of course we got a few who really put the effort in. We will have a winner at 7:30 tonight, so please keep voting. Just vote in the polls or call me here. You can call me. 937-775-5555. Tell me who you want to vote for, and I will count that vote. You can call more than once. I mean, do it as often as possible, but you have like 80 minutes to do so. And we're back live with Ohio is on Fire. I am Daniel Diesel. I have my first guest of the night as he is a finalist of Dayton's Indie Music Madness 2018. But he is the one and only Isicle. Say hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Well, welcome to being here, Isicle. Now, I looked you up to get to know you a little bit. It says that you've been DJing for about 5 years. So I want to know, who taught you to DJ? Where'd you get your training to do this?
The actual mixing.
Yeah, the mixing. Yeah, mixing.
Man, a lot of just doing myself. I was a really bad DJ for a while. Like, I did just the fading back and forth and beat matched every once in a while. But mainly, like, when I went to the club, like, specifically John Chappell at Therapy Cafe, like, he told me, he was like, yeah, your transitions aren't that tight. So, and he was like, yeah, like, you need to get better. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to get better myself. So over years, I just started beat matching more at weddings, and just everywhere I went, I would beat match and try to do something creative. And after this amount of time, I've just DJed so long that it's boring for me not to like do something interesting.
Yeah.
Transition. So.
Well, you said weddings. Now, can you currently be booked for weddings? Like if you wanted to work. He's pointing.
Yeah, I'm pointing to my live streams so they know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can book me.
That's right. Yes, you are live streaming right now.
Yeah. So are you. Yeah, you can book me right now. I have a wedding this week at Urban Artifact down in Cincinnati, and I just played one last Saturday, and I still have weddings open, but that's kind of how I make my money in the summer. So, yeah.
Yes. Okay. I was checking your mic levels. I'll just turn these on. Okay. Now, I noticed, I was looking up to some of your original tracks that you've done over the years. A lot of it is based on females, like it's dedicated to women of sorts. So I want to go through this with you real briefly. You have About Female, which is the name of your latest album. Mm-hmm. Then you have The Things They Call Her, and then Tell Your Girlie. So I just want to know, how important is it to include women in your music?
Yeah, it's important. It's what I like to write about.
Do you like to write about breakups or?
Yeah. The Things They Called Her is a lot about. It's kind of like the breakup album, and then About Females more of a romantic funk R&B sexy album. Yeah. So.
Cool. Now, all these tracks you've worked with other people. So who are your favorite people that you've ever worked with on the tracks that you've made? Or not favorite, I guess, people that you just enjoy working with.
Yeah. Specifically, like, two people that I really, really liked working with. Well, there's several people, but two main people I really liked working with is Debbie DiCasio. She's actually been making music and, like, singing around America over, like, I don't know, 50 or so years. I don't know exactly how old she is, but she grew up in a traveling band, and now she plays her own shows, but she also plays flute. Yeah. So I got her playing flute on almost all the songs in the album, and shout out to Debbie DiCasio. She shredded the flute on my album a lot, and you don't hear that in hip-hop a lot. So
that's right.
That and Rick Sexton played saxophone on my album and almost every single song as well, and for each of those sessions between Debbie and Rick, we only took about 2 hours to record the whole album.
Okay.
So, like, specifically those guys too, and then one more guy that I worked with a lot on the album was Bird Branding Breakfast, Richie Vanderberg, and he played guitar and helped me kind of work with chords a little bit because he's a piano player. So, yeah.
Awesome. Now, who would you like to work with in the music business?
Oh, man.
Who's your dream? I guess who's your dream partnership?
Like all time?
I guess all time, dead or alive, because everyone dreams. So who would you like to work with?
I don't know. I mean, of course, I'd like to work with Drake. I think like a really, really like classic person. I would of course like to work with Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, Bruno Mars is tight too. Locally in Dayton, I'm going to shout a couple people out. I would like to work with Isicle Loco, formerly known Isicle Loco, and I think it's Izza Morals. I'd really like to work with you. So if you could, that's someone in Dayton that I think is attainable in the next couple of years. I would like to work with him.
Excellent. Well, hopefully that comes true for you.
Yeah.
Now, you recently worked this show called Citywide. Now, tell us about what the Citywide show was all about.
Yeah. So I just wanted to challenge myself to play a lot of music all at once because I felt like my live shows weren't very good. So I just stripped it down more like a Tiny Desk style. Yeah. And I got my friend Julia, who sings a lot of my record, and she kind of has some of her own music, and she knows a lot of covers, and we basically just did an acoustic series where we played about an hour every night. But then I brought a lot of friends through, so I played with 2 artists every night of the week at little venues here and there in Dayton. So it was a really exhausting experience, really emotional. Hard to see sometimes how Dayton doesn't really know how to support music, but then sometimes there was so much support. So it was a good experience all around. Yeah.
Yes, and you mentioned about how people have trouble supporting music. I guess the advice I can give for those of you that want to learn more about Isicle or any of the artists that you may have heard of, really just to go out there. Well, there's 2 things really. First is to go out to Dayton, like downtown, like big cities usually have music, like Dayton, Cincinnati, Cleveland. The best thing is to get your buddies, make a night of it, go to local bars, and just make a random discovery on who is playing. That's the one good way to discover music. The other is the internet. We live in the age of technology. I mean, that's how I found you and a bunch of these artists. Bandcamp is one I've really enjoyed, and Reverb Nation. Those are the 2 that I relied heavily on to find new artists when doing this tournament. And there's actually hundreds of websites out there. Those are 2 I like, but so just go on the internet and to go on a journey. It's kind of like a journey discovering this music. So that for anyone that wants to know how you can find these people, go to a big city with your friends and watch a concert, or go on the internet and just discover and give them a listen. Definitely. Now with that, I want to ask you about this track that I featured in this tournament. You had the track Sofa. So I want to know the origins of this song. Why is it called Sofa, and what is it really about?
I just wanted to make a simplistic, sexy song. Yeah. Something that you could dance to, but also listen to and just feel emotion. Something to get out just what I felt about the person that I was with and still am with, and I just wanted it to be simple and just dope to listen to, and the melodies really catch your ear.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was on the piano and messing around with chords and came up with that chorus, and then didn't really take me long to write that song. So that's when you know they're really good ones. They take about 20 minutes, and then I just let it kind of sit around for the next 2 months and added things here and there, played them for my friends a lot, played a lot of open mic nights before I even put it in Logic.
Yes.
And then you got the groove that I wanted. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Now, let me ask you, what would make for a good color for a sofa, since this track is called Sofa?
Oh, man, that's such a good question. Man, I don't even know. Like, I really have to just trust the old thrift stores and go to one and see it. Because I can't even think of the covers, the kind of colors that they have on these couches. But when I see it, I'm like, that's the one I wanted. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what these colors are. But this color is pretty cool. The color in this room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Light purple.
Yeah, it's a dark gray sofa mixed in with the purple walls. I think that's a good combination. Dark gray and
I like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And the sofa that I've always been fascinated by, I'm a 90s kid, so I was big on Nickelodeon. There was a big orange sofa they used to promote Nickelodeon with.
Heck yeah.
One of these days, I want to own an orange sofa. If I ever get my own house and make millions of dollars doing this, first thing I will buy will be an orange sofa.
Okay.
And I'll buy you one. I will find where you live, and I'll mail you an orange sofa.
And we can listen to my song.
Absolutely, yeah, your new album, because you and Pitbull will have a big duet, and you can sit on your orange sofa.
Yeah, definitely.
We can all dream, big dreams. But I have a few more questions for you. Who is your favorite rapper? Because you do rap.
Oh, I do rap. Oh man, my favorite rapper.
I hear my echo. I can't get over that. But oh well.
Man, I really like Anderson .Paak.
Okay.
As a rapper, I really like Biggie Smalls.
Oh yeah, pretty good.
Definitely Kendrick.
Okay, Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I like all those guys, especially just because they bring their flow out. GoldLink, definitely,
Yeah.
But yeah, they rap over a lot of different type of beats. So like especially dancey type of beats.
Yeah.
Like if Kendrick can drop a funk record, that's all I need. So yeah.
Cool, that's awesome. Now, for those that want to see you perform live, where can people see you perform within the next month or so?
Oh wow. Man.
Okay, what's your next performance?
No, I don't know. I DJ a lot.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to keep up with me because the Isicle and Friends, which is my band, I have about 10 people that play with me funk.
Yeah.
We don't get a lot of gigs. It's hard to pay them.
Yeah, I understand.
It's hard to get people to know what we are because we just started. Personally, I will be playing. I don't even know. I'll be playing weddings a lot, and I'm going to Seattle next week. So
Seattle, cool.
Yeah,
Seattle's
you guys follow me on Instagram. It's ISICLE. You can find my stuff there.
All right, we got a phone call.
Oh.
Caller, you're on the air.
This is Jonah Tatum. I just wanted to vote for Isaac Williams.
All right, you got to vote, Isicle. So thank you, sir. Thank you for voting.
Yeah. Jonah's got a show at the Brightside Alliance, at Brightside next month on the 25th. So.
All right, now to update this contest, so Isicle, you are the second phone call vote of the night, as Kylene Downs got one earlier. Yeah. So Isicle, you need about 30 more votes, and you will win this sucker. So keep calling people if you want Isicle to win.
Yeah, you should call. I will say, no, I do DJ a gig at Lagoda Coffee on Friday. It's Latin night, so if you want to hear Latin music, that's what's happening. That's all I got for you, though. So,
all right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Isicle. Of course, if for fans at home, you want to listen to Isicle, he's got a really good Bandcamp. It's isicle.bandcamp.com. All of his work is there, so that'd be a good way to get to know his music and vote for him if you want him to win. It's at Dayton's Indie Music Madness Facebook page. So thank you, sir, and we'll hear from you. Hope to catch one of your shows in the future. I'd love to see you spin. You sound like you got some good stuff going for you.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you. And welcome back to Ohio is on Fire, the Dayton Zany Music Madness 2018 special. Now I'm here with my other guest of the night. She's a very talented person from the Dayton, Ohio area. Of course, she's got her track 6 years. As you can vote for it at facebook.com/group/Dayton Zany Music Madness, or you can call us now at 937-775-5555. She needs about 30 votes to catch up. But we're going to talk to her. It is the one and only Kylene Downs.
Hello.
Hello. Kylene, nice meeting you.
So I'm 3 votes away?
No, you're 30 votes away.
30.
So 30 people have to call you right now to vote for you, and you will take the lead and win this whole thing.
We'll see what happens.
So we'll see what happens. But welcome. So your latest album's called Friends, and I just want to know, this might be a psychological question, but having friends in your life, does that help you write music?
Well, part of the reason I went with Friends is that the first album I did, I was mainly performing out as a solo artist, just acoustic. So the new songs I actually co-wrote with this band that I'm with now. So
yeah, you have a band now.
I did put a group together of friends and also talented musicians. So so it seemed fitting, to kind of just include that as the concept, I guess. And I do just like, in general, making friends. I think when you do music, you're at so many new places, like you. I just met you now, so now we're friends.
Yes, we are.
So, but yeah, I think that's part of this whole profession of just going out. You're putting yourself out in a new space, so hopefully every night that you perform, you're making some kind of connection with people, with your music, or just talking after at the show and stuff.
Absolutely. Now, I looked up your bandmates that you made with this album. You have them Jocelyn Garrison, Gub Pedrati, and Charlie Skira. Skira,
yep.
All right, so have you known those guys for years before you guys made this album?
Well, let's see. I wouldn't say years, but, well, could be now. I mean, time flies. So, but Jocelyn, she's actually, I met her through Wright State. We're both from the music department over there. We both graduated at Wright State. And then, so I've known her for a few years, and she's actually a bassoon player.
Yeah.
So she's made the transition to bass.
Yeah.
And then Charlie, I know he was played in a band called Orange Willard.
Yeah.
And I met him after that band broke up.
Yeah.
Because he was needing to get out and make some new friends,
Oh, okay.
So we met at Canal Street, and he was also, Orange Willard had Gub Pedrati in it. But I actually knew Gub from another mutual friend I used to do music with. So it's kind of crazy how everything's always connected in that way. But
yeah, like 6 degrees of separation, sort of deal.
We all know Kevin Bacon.
Yes, we do. Yeah, he's my BFF. I'm just kidding. But I've noticed online that you've mentioned this a few times, and it's even listed on your page, that you are a military brat.
I am.
So how does that? Have you served in the military, or you have a military family? I want to know the story about you being a military brat.
Yeah. Well, I'll start with the military brat. My mom was in the Air Force.
Okay.
And my dad was too, but she was in longer than he was, and we moved around a lot.
Yeah.
So about every 3 years, new place. And I think that kind of comes across sometimes with my music, because I feel like I have to adapt a lot. You move to a new place and you're like, all right, well, time to hit the streets, see what people are like here, and try and fit in.
Yeah.
And then I did join the Army after I graduated from high school, which...
Okay, which branch?
Army.
Army, okay.
Yeah. Yep. So my mom was Air Force.
Cool.
And then I did the Army, and everyone's like, why would you do that? And honestly, the Army's the one that called me. I don't think the Air Force has to recruit like the Army does.
All right. Now, have you performed a concert like when you've been on military base or overseas? Well, I should maybe rephrase that. When you served the Army, did you go overseas and do any stuff?
No, actually, that's the tie-in to that is perfect, because where I served, I was in Germany.
Okay.
And the first performance really that I ever did was a Battle of Bands in Germany.
Oh, okay.
And it was a really good experience. It was my first time really, being in front of people on stage, having the shaky fingers, being like, I hope I pull off this solo from Last Dance with Mary Jane.
Yes.
We got 4th place, though, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah,
what was the prize if you won that?
I think it was some money, and you went and competed stateside at the, I don't know, the all-around army battle of the bands.
Oh, so it was the
This was like the European.
Yeah.
And then if you got, you'd get to.
Then you moved on to the finals. Okay.
So
that's very fast. I didn't know the military did something like that.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do quite a bit of like music and just entertainment, just to keep up morale and stuff like that. So
now, fans of Kylene Downs, they can go to her website, KyleneDowns.com. I'm noticing you got some upcoming tour dates in the area, mostly Ohio and some in Indiana. There's something that really caught my eye. Yeah. You're going to be doing a concert with Glenn Phillips from Toe the Red Sprocket. I said it wrong. Toe the Red Sprocket, because that's a famous band from the 90s. So how'd you hook up with Glenn Phillips musically?
Well, it's kind of just being connected here in Dayton. I caught him a couple years ago. He was at Canal Street.
Yeah.
And really, though, the person who's organizing the show reached out to me because I had some new music coming out.
Yeah.
And I do a lot of solo shows still. So, this will just be me and acoustic guitar doing the singer-songwriter thing because that's how Glenn is going to be performing there at the Yellow Cab.
Oh, Yellow Cab, okay.
Yeah, it'd be a little bit more of an intimate show. So I guess he just thought it was a good fit and reached out, and I was like ecstatic. I was like, yes, I would love that because the last show was amazing. And I know them from the 90s too, like some of those like real classic songs. You're like, oh yeah, totally. And actually, I'm just going to throw this out there because I think it's just crazy how these things happen sometimes. But I played at a birthday party where the birthday boy loved Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Yes.
So he's like, can you learn a Toad the Wet Sprocket song? And I was like, let's see what I can do. Not easy to sing. Not good for my range. I did kind of pull it off a little bit just,
All
just
right.
to do it. But that was hard. But I thought it was cool, too, just all that connectedness. And now I'm going to, get to play a show, open up the stage for him. So. Well,
that's great. I hope it goes well. But I want to know, of all the concerts that you have done, what's one of your favorite ones or the one that you was the most proud of that you can think of?
Yeah, well, I might just go to the recent one. That was the release of Friends.
Friends.
It was on March 30th. So it just recently happened, and just the turnout was amazing.
Yes.
The band and I had been...
Hold on a second, caller. Go ahead, Kyleen.
The band and I had been practicing, we were really familiar with the set list and what we were going in with, and we hadn't played out for a while, so we were like amped, ready to go. Our sound guy, Dan, was awesome. The Yellow Cab is just an amazing venue, so
yeah, it's a great venue.
I highly recommend going to see shows there.
Yes, I've been there a few times. Now we have a caller on the air. Hello, caller.
Hello.
Hello. Would you like to vote for an artist in Dayton's Music Madness?
Yeah, this is Samir. I'd like to vote for Isicle.
Okay, I will put a vote down for him. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, so that's a vote in the tournament. Now I want to ask you, I asked some Isicle this earlier, but you've worked with a lot of people in your time performing. Of course, people have dream scenarios, like some people want to perform with Aerosmith or whatnot. So I just want to know who, rather locally or nationally, would you like to play with that you haven't done so yet?
So nationally, I'd love to open for Brandi Carlile or Courtney Barnett. I don't know if you're familiar with either of them, but
I'm drawing a Brandi Carlile. Yeah, tell me what do they do? I'm not familiar.
Brandi Carlile. Well, she's just she's kind of. I guess we're similar in the style. She's acoustic, but she also rocks out too. And,
okay.
But she had a real big hit. I think this was a while ago. In the late 2000s with The Story, and she just put out a new album.
Okay.
And then Courtney Barnett. She's relatively newer. Mainly electric player.
Yes.
Just really cool lyrics, very eccentric kind of stuff. So
that's fine.
Cool. And if you don't know them, you should definitely check them out.
I have a homework assignment because I'm not familiar with either, but that's fine. Now with that, I want to talk to you about the track that I used for the tournament. 6 years. So what's the story behind that song? What's it about?
Such a story too. Well, so that song. I started writing, it's been over 6 years, but it was a while ago.
Yes.
I started writing it, going through a breakup, really stressed out. I mean, the opening line of stretch my arms so far, like I can't even use them anymore. Like I just, I think we all get to that point where you're just like, these people are demanding too much of me, or in the end, it's usually you're letting them demand too much of you. Yeah. But I I lost the lyrics to the first half of the song, and it was a struggle to remember them. So it wasn't until I found them after I was like cleaning out, you know, papers and stuff in my office that I was able to finish it. And the tie-in of 6 years is, it was about 6 years later I finished the song.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. I was like, I just need one more verse.
Yes.
I think we could do it. And then also the relationship lasted roughly 6 years as well. Although my ex-partner was like, I thought it was about 7, but okay. Like, but I was like, but that doesn't work as good with the story. So
yeah,
but yeah. So yeah, there's definitely it kind of refers to codependency in a relationship where, you know, you maybe don't even realize it at the time how much you're, you know, doing a disservice to yourself and that other person.
Yeah.
In a bad relationship. So.
All right. Okay, well, that's a very interesting story. Hopefully, I mean, that's your journey, but hopefully you've recovered nicely in the 6 years that you had to deal with that.
Coming out on the other side.
Because breakups are always rough, from what I heard. Friends or marriage, whatever.
Yes.
So that's a good story. With that, yes, once again, I have your concert dates pulled up. April 27th, you'll be in Richmond, Indiana. Of course, you got on May 5th, the Listing Loon in Cincinnati. Of course, that's Cinco de Mayo. Other than Glenn Phillips, is there anyone else you're performing with on this tour that we should know about?
Well, let me think. We've got a show coming up at Blind Bob's.
Yes.
May 12th.
Yes.
And the Whetstones.
Yeah.
Orca Love, which I haven't heard them, but I just love the name.
Yeah.
And a band, I think they're out of Wilmington, Vibrant Troubadours.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a Saturday night. That should just be a good time in general, I think.
All right.
Blind Bob's is that kind of fun, rowdy bar.
All right. Well, I think that's all I have for you. Hopefully, I can catch one of your concerts, and hopefully, I'll have you on again in the future, because it sounds like you have a lot of stories I think would be good for the show. But I'm short on time, so we'll have an interview. And thank you again, Kylene Downs.
Thank you.
We are back with Ohio's on Fire. Yes, to recap once again, the Typical Johnsons have won Dayton's Indie Music Madness 2018. And I want to say what they have won. They will win a Golden Frame certificate from me. I will mail it to them, so I will get in contact with them. They will get that, and it's really awesome looking. I worked really hard to find the right frame and to make a really cool certificate. They will win that. Also, I got it right here in my hand from Rapid Fire Pizza. They will get a free pizza. They have to buy a 21-ounce drink, and that's only like $1.99. But once they do that, they can get a free pizza or salad of any flavor, any size. They have this card. They got to go to Rapid Fire Pizza and cash it in. It's all theirs. Also, I will be donating money to a college. And the college that I will donate to is Owens Community College. And look up Owens Community College real quick. Yes, they are a small college over in Ohio. And it's so I'm looking them up right now. It's going to be really cool what I learn about them, because I'm going to donate money to them. And I guess now people want to know how much money I am going to donate to them. It'll be no less than $1 and no more than $30. So it'll be in that range, anywhere from $1 to $30. So I'm at the website now. You can go to www.owens.edu, and that's where you can find them. They are, they got a lot of cool stuff at the website. They have a lot of career courses in computers. They got campus life. They got student government. They have sports. They are in Toledo, Ohio. So that's where their city. So Toledo, Ohio. You have a nice small little school over in. I'm sorry. I'm excited. This was a fun tournament. When I get excited like this, I stumble over my words. So I got to get my composure. Yes, Owens Community College looks like a pretty cool school in Toledo, Ohio. So there's that. But I'm going to donate money to these guys. These are the winners of Dayton's Indie Music Madness, along with the Typical Johnsons. I look forward. So what I'll do online, once I've pledged the money, it'll probably be 2 weeks from now, because that's when I get paid. I'll pledge my money talk about it, and down the road I will describe my experience on what it was like donating money to Owens Community College. So, but congratulations to Toledo, Ohio, Owens Community College. Once again, a big congratulations to the Typical Johnsons in their track Sleepwalker for winning Dayton's Music Madness 2018. It's now time to make a little history. Yes. Sometime last week, Prince, a rare recording of Nothing Compares to You, was released. And anyone, if you don't know about the song, that song, Nothing Compares to You, it was released as a single by Sinead O'Connor back in 1990. Everyone knows that version. And some people knew that it was written by Prince. However, his version was never recorded for public distribution. But it was always an urban legend that he did record a version of it. It just never saw the light of day until now. And I have the pleasure of making history tonight. I'm going to be the first ever American FM radio broadcast to air this song in its entirety. And so sometimes you get to do really cool things in college radio or radio in general. So I'm making history tonight. I'm doing this for America because I'm the first American broadcast to do so. I think some places in Europe already played it because of course there's podcasting, internet radio, which they're not on. They don't have AM/FM signals. So this is a nice little niche for myself, and I'm really happy to be doing this. And it's a really cool song because I was able to play it when it first came out, and it's awesome. You get to hear it now. So enough from me. Let's get to the history-making track. Here is Prince in his version. He was the one that wrote it. Here is his recorded version of Nothing Compares to You. Exclusive here to WWSU 106.9 FM. And Ohio is on fire. That was Nothing Compares to You by Prince. The writer of the song, of course, it became a hit song for Sinead O'Connor 6 years later. And this came out for the world to hear for the first time last week. And this is the first time it's been played on a college radio broadcast in America on FM radio transmissions. So I made history tonight. Really cool, really good song. This is really good. I'm surprised this was cut from his Purple Rain album. This was but he cut this. He thought it wasn't good enough. That's what a great musician Prince was, because he was one of the all-time greats, and he raised the bar on songwriting. And it makes me wonder how many other songs he's cut that was this high quality that he thought wasn't good enough. But yes, what a happy end to this show and to this season. Very excited. I was able to do Dayton's Music Madness. Kylene Downs and Isicle were wonderful. It was great to have a conversation with those two. They were great to talk to. Now, as a DJ and a broadcaster, I like to get good conversations, and I have all that. This show went very well, so I'm a very happy guy right now. I'll try to end positively, but I have some things to get off my chest, as I got about 10 minutes left of this broadcast before I go on a little vacation. This is my last show for my current deal. For those of you who are wondering about my future of this show, Ohio is on fire, I do have good news. I will be back this fall. Yes, mark your calendars. I will be back to do at least 15 new episodes of Ohio is on Fire. It will be a brand new season. However, I'm working on some things because I always like to experiment. I want this show to really blow up. I do feel like at times I'm treading water. I have my established fans, and I'm greatly appreciative of the community that I do have. I always feel like I can do more. I feel like there's a mission statement I'm trying to accomplish with this show. I feel like there's a lot of things I've fallen short on. I've not done so yet, and I have the summer to think about what I would like to do with my new slate of shows. And of course, when I do these shows this fall, I'm not signed throughout that deal, because it could always be my last semester. It could be I might just decide to move on to something else. I really do not know how much longer I will do this. But I do know that I will be back this fall for new episodes. I have that time. And I'll tell you, if it were up to me, I feel like there's so much more I can do with this format. But I've done a lot already. I feel like for the most part I am running out of time on how useful I can make this format for myself and for the show. I'm under the brand name Ohio is on Fire. I want to do this fall, which I will be doing this fall, but I also got this coming spring, the spring 2019, I would love to do those 2 seasons and then perhaps call it quits. Like, unless I had a good reason to keep going from there. But also I've kept track of how many shows I've done. Tonight, this is the 170th episode of Ohio is on Fire, which I've done 104 here at WWSU. So this is the 104th college radio episode. My goal is that I could stop at 200. If I can do 30 episodes next year, fall 2018 and spring 2019, I can end with 200 and I can end it at that. And because it would buy me time to work on my new projects, because I want to really give my career a shot. And the other thing is about the Ohio is on Fire name. I did come up with it in 2007. However, if you don't live in Dayton, Ohio or Cincinnati, Ohio, most people would recognize that name as that of Mice of Men song. I need to talk with the proper people that are over there. It hasn't been done yet, but it's time to know what I can do with that name, really. Right now it's fine that I do the show under this name, as I don't make any money whatsoever. I did coin the term. That's been proven that I coined the name. I started using it first for anyone else. And I need to decide if I can ever make money off of it. Or if people, when they think of that name, they would just think about that song. Because really to have a good show on the internet is to have a good search engine optimize. An SEO is what they call it. I don't have the grades of SEO, so it is hard to find my show at times. Unless you live in this area, people outside of here are going to know who I am. And I need to do what's best for me career-wise. I know that this radio station, the brand name Ohio is on Fire and this college radio station have done wonderful things, and they want me to continue to do the Ohio is on Fire brand name for as long as possible. My goal would be to do this fall and do spring 19 and call it quits, because I feel like I got maybe 30 episodes left of good radio for this station before I really consider my next step and my trying to really establish my professional career. So that's my plans. But I got this fall. That is official. That's half the battle right there. And that'll be late August, early September when I start doing shows again. I'll be off this summer. I got a lot of people to thank. If I can remember all of y'all. I don't know if I can remember all of y'all. Andrea Barbosa, Frequency. I want to thank Kylene Downs and Isicle once again. I want to thank I Wish I Was Laughing Radio with Wendy Ferguson and Dan Dean. I want to thank Gretchen Kelly. I want to thank Brother Rabbi and Amber Robertson for being on my 100th college radio episode. I want to thank Jesse Noble. Got to thank him. And then I believe that's the only, if I'm missing out on a guest. Oh yeah, the other guys I interviewed, Thundertaker with my friend Parisa. Those guys were on my show this year. They helped make this season possible with their great interviews and insightful interviews. Thank you to everyone that listened to me this season. Season 10 is now coming to a wrap. Let me talk about OMVP, because I do those most episodes. One thing that I do outside of here, it's about to come to an end as a matter of fact. It was one of my places of employment. It was with Elder Bierman, which is owned by Bonton. For people that have watched the news, they're going out of business. They will be out of business come the month of June, before the month of June. Of course, my job with them will come to an end. I had worked with them since 2015. I'm still with them now. I got about another month's worth of work that they will pay me for before my time ends. And Elder Bierman, they go away forever. It was a good place to work. And I normally don't talk about what I do outside of here, but they are going away. And Store 112, and more specifically, the store of Fairfield Commons Mall, I got to make some good friends over there the last 3 years. So everyone that's ever worked at, or let me put it this way, the people that are currently working at the Elder Beerman 112 store at Fairville Commons Mall. You guys get MVP, and hopefully you guys do good things once the store comes to an end next month. So you guys are Ohio's most valuable pedestrian for this episode. Every last one of you. You can one day claim the prize. It's not a real award, but it's just a shout out. So you guys get it. So there's that. I want to get it off my chest. Also, this past Friday, we had a celebration of this past year at WWSU 106.9 FM. Of course, we had the 40th anniversary of this whole radio station this past fall, and I got to be a part of it. Of course, I got to do a guest speaking spot, and little I know that I would be coming back, but big thanks to Adam. We had a good talk, and we made a deal for me to come back here for a little while. And we had an award ceremony. A lot of people won awards. A lot of good people. Don Smith to life. He won Show of the Year because he's killing it right now. That is real good. I do highly recommend you guys watch that show. Listen to it whenever it's on. Of course, he's the owner of Wiley's Comedy Club in downtown Dayton. He's the co-owner, so he's doing that. And he's doing wonderful things with that club. And of course, I won an award. I did not know I was going to win this award. I won the award for comeback artist, comeback radio DJ. It was called Blast from the Past, and it was a nice way of describing those that were away for a while and they came back to do a show again. And I won it. It's the third award I've won for the station, as I won the 2010 Active Dayton Award, and then 2014 Best Show. Now I'm the Blast from the Past comeback radio DJ of the year. So I'm a Triple Crown winner for these guys here at Fairborn, Dayton, Ohio. Hopefully maybe I'll win a fourth one. Listen, I will be back this fall. The station will be around this fall, because I know there's rumors that the school will cut $12 million from the budget. The station is not expected to be among those cuts. But yeah, there is some troubling times here at Wright State University. I do realize this. People of this community, I ask you to keep having good thoughts. We are having rough times right now. A lot of ways. Lots of ways, but we should be happy that we're alive. But until this fall, when I come back this fall, just know I'm all in. You've been warned. Everyone in this area, you've been warned. Daniel Diesel is all in this fall. With that, until next time, Wright State University, Dayton's Indie Music Madness, WWSU 106.9 FM, that's the way it is.